This is the ETC Creation CR630 plotting cutter. This cutter also has the OPUS function, which is the optical sensor if you were cutting around pre-printed vinyl. It's a fantastic, robust machine, very easy for the first time user or the accomplished vinyl cutter already to use. With the machine you get the carrier for your vinyl film, which slots into the back of the machine, and then your vinyl sits on the rollers. Okay. Then over here in the box you get the Creation CD, which has all the drivers and the plugins for CorelDRAW, etc. You get the ArtCut software if you want to use this to work the machine. You get your plotting knife and the knife holder. You get spare blades. You get your cables. You get your USB cable and your mains cable, and also the factory cutting strip to show that the machine has been tested. Next, what we're going to do, I'm just going to go through the basic setup of this machine. What we're using here is a CorelDRAW with the CorelDRAW plugin. You can use other software packages if you want. Now, from here you can see we've got a design, and this design is 23.275 centimeters by 8 centimeters, and the actual vinyl is 50 centimeters by 10. The 50 is the width and the 10 is the length. If you make the length too big, all that will happen is the machine will put out more vinyl at the beginning and the end that you're not using. So to operate the machine, we've already plugged it in and we've set all the settings on the machine to the required speed and cutting pressure. So now we just highlight the area and we go to the cutting here, click here and click on cut. The symbols you saw there, they were factory set in Chinese, but it does set up, you can set up the macros in English as well. On here you go to page, and here you can see, change that to centimeters, that this is the size of the vinyl that you're working to, and is positioned for bottom left. That's always a default position. Click OK and you get to your box and you say you're happy, you want it to cut, and then you press on this. What we're going to do for the first stage is to use the pen to plot the design. When you're a new user or you get the machine for the first time, we always recommend that you use the pen to get used to the settings. Once you're happy, then put the blade in and you can use your blade for cutting. So we'll go to cut. That tells us it's been sent through to the machine, and here you can see the machine doing the design in the pen that we've already set up. As I said, the design is 8 centimeters and the extra 2 centimeters here is what we've allowed for in the 10 centimeter vinyl size. There you go, that's our completed design, and if we're happy with that, then we'll go ahead and cut it. Another thing you need to remember is that you must mirror your design before sending it to the plotter, and the function for that is here. That's your mirror button, and that will mirror the design. Now that we've finished drawing the vinyl with the pen, we're ready now to change over to the blade. So what I do is I lift up this cover, and here you'll see the pen is held in position, and we just unloosen this thumb screw, and then we lift out the pen, and we replace it with the blade holder. That's the blade holder, and that's the blade tip, and the blade tip is adjusted from here, so everything is tight. You'll see the blade tip doesn't have to be out very much. We next put the blade holder in here and we push it down so the rim meets the top there, and then using the thumb screw we tighten this. Make sure you don't over tighten it, otherwise you'll damage the thread. You just want enough to hold everything in place. Next we push down the cover, that clicks into place, and then we reset the machine. We have to reset it because the cover's been off. All the settings have been confirmed and it's online. The next thing we do, we come over to the design that we've already used and we select this design, and we go to the command for the cutting. I've left this in the default Chinese, but you can use the English plugin. OK that, and cut it. Now you can hear the vinyl being cut by the machine. That's it. It didn't take long at all. That's the cutting finished, and what we'll do now is we'll move the normally you would cut this out and then weed it, but I'm just going to do it a little bit here to show you how to weed this. So we just lift up the section that's been cut. When you're weeding this, just be careful that you hold down anything that you don't want removed. There you go. And it's very, very handy to have a proper weeding tool like this, and you just carry on, and once it's all done then you place this onto the garment and heat press it on.